What's been your biggest trading day?
Not too crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Probably like $17,000, $18,000. Right now, currently, I'm on a 22-week winning streak.
22 week,
Yeah,
not
20
trade. 22 weeks
22 weeks,
of
yeah.
consistency.
Cause so no, I'll have negative trades, but I'll be profitable by the end of the
By
week.
the end of the week, okay. So 22 consecutive weeks in the blue.
Yeah.
Ending off the week in profit.
Yeah, like 100%, no BS. Everything that I use to keep me on the winning streak for free on YouTube. So like,
What's your YouTube channel? I want to start this interview off, and I want you to just share the battles that you're facing right now.
I mean, so right now, like I just had surgery like 2 weeks ago. So I still got staples on my back. I had cancer last year, and then I got that taken care of. I had like surgery, chemo, radiation, and then this year it came back. So I had to,
It's all good, bro. Take your time. Lord, right now, I just ask for you to touch Jordan's body, Lord. Your power is sufficient for Jordan's situation.
Yeah, man, this guy got me tearing up
Nah,
already.
man, no, like real talk, brother. You are a complete motivation. What do you want your legacy to be? When people think about Jordan,
He's got the sauce. You feel me? Like, yo, thanks to him, I was able to like actually like get the results that I wanted to get. Like I feel like that's good enough for me. Like just people being able to say that they got where they got because of like the information I give out.
in the studio today, we have somebody that took your boot camp, that came in all the way from New Jersey. You just had a big payout with the prop firm. How much money did you make?
So I requested a payout for $34,000.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Calvin, the New Trader. We are back in the studio for another Grand Slamming interview. Today, we got my man Jordan in the building. What's up, Jordan? First of all, man, I just want to let you know how amazing you are, brother. That's number one. I didn't say anything when you got here because I wanted to like do this on camera. Bro, your determination, your fight, your willpower, it's amazing. And I want to start this interview off, and I want you to just share like the battles that you're facing right now. And then we're going to jump into the trading, because when I look at you, bro, and I'm going to be 1,000% honest with you, bro. When I look at you, I'm like, yo, my bro Jordan over here dealing with some personal things, like handling business, but still showing up, trading, showing up for his people, making no excuses. So Calvin, what is your issue, bro? What is your problem, man? Bro, you are a winner, so talk to us, man.
Yeah, man, this guy got me tearing up
Nah,
already.
man, no, like real talk, brother. You are a complete motivation, and you don't even know this, bro. But I'm gonna tell you how much of a motivation you are. I woke up at 3 a.m. and drove down here to be here for this because I want to sit down with you. That's how much you inspire me, bro.
Damn, I appreciate it.
Yeah, nah, real talk, brother. Real talk. So talk to me, man.
Damn, shit, man. What a way to start the interview. You got
Yeah,
me
nah,
sweating
real talk,
already.
brother. Talk to me.
I mean, so right now, like I just had surgery like 2 weeks ago. So I still got staples on my back. I get them taken out on Monday. But honestly, like, so pretty much I had cancer last year, and then I got that taken care of. I had like surgery, chemo, radiation, and then this year it came back. So I had to,
It's all good, bro. Take your time. Yeah, you good, brother.
So pretty much this year when it came back, I was like more mentally prepared though. So like this year I was like, I wasn't going to let it stop me like last year. So this year I pretty much just had to do surgery, and then I had to recover from the surgery. But I'm like very hard-headed. So after the surgery, I didn't recover how I was supposed to. So I was like going to the gym right after the surgery. I was like being very active. So literally like the wound didn't heal and it opened up again. So I had to have like emergency surgery again to like close it up. So it's been 2 weeks since that. And then we're here now. So like trying to take it easy.
Yeah, man. Well, first of all, man, thank you for being here. And the reason I wanted you to just share that, because I want everybody to understand that life is not a game of it's perfect or it's fair, right? But if we want to do this, we got to push in spite of. And what you're pushing in spite of, like, I don't know anybody that's showing up when they have every excuse not to show up. And it's motivation for us. And there's going to be obstacles on this journey for everybody. And so we can't let that stop us, because, bro, like, what's ahead is so much better than what's in front of us. And you remind me of that, bro. So thank you, man. Thank you so much. So let's talk about the trading, man. What's up, traders? It's your boy Calvin, the new trader. Sorry for interrupting today's podcast episode, but did you know that one of the reasons that traders like you and I fail our prop firm challenges is simply because we violate our daily drawdown? And more specifically than that, a lot of times we violate our daily drawdown not even knowing that we're breaching the account. We just get these emails and we get notified and we're like, oh man, how did I do that? I didn't know that I was near my daily drawdown. But there is a solution to this problem. And when you're looking to get funded, you want to rock with a prop firm that is making the journey easier for you. And one prop firm that is doing that is Blue Guardian. Now, Blue Guardian has this tool called the Guardian Protector. And what the Guardian Protector does is it allows you to place a limit right before your daily drawdown so that regardless of if you know where you are or if you don't know where you are or if you forget to set a stop loss, that Guardian Protector will take you out of a trade before you violate your daily drawdown on your account, which ultimately allows you to live to trade another day and have another shot at actually becoming a funded trader. Also, Blue Guardian has no restrictions on their trading. You don't have to set a stop loss. You can hold over the weekend. You can trade whenever you want. You can use EAs. All of that stuff is permissible when trading with Blue Guardian. These things, the Guardian Protector, no restrictions, are things that make traders like me feel confident in working with the prop firm. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're interested in getting started with my recommended prop firm, Blue Guardian, click the link in the description and use coupon code NEWTRADER1 to get 10% off your next challenge today. Again, that's coupon code NEWTRADER, the number 1, to get 10% off your next prop firm challenge with Blue Guardian today. I met you at Alex's house, at Alex G's house. For those that don't know, you guys are great friends. How did that dynamic start? For those that don't know, Alex is a well-known trader on the social media space. He's more recently known for taking a $100 account to over 300,000. He gave away a Lamborghini. He's always giving things away. He actually brought Alex a Rolex. Is that the Rolex he brought? Yeah,
he
right
literally
there.
bought me this Rolex.
I mean, he actually brought Jordan. Alex brought Jordan a Rolex.
I can't lie. He bought me the Rolex. He also bought me this chain right
Oh,
here.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Can't lie. Gotta give credit where it's due.
Yeah, man. So how did you link up with Alex and how did your trading journey start?
So pretty much, at the end, Alex, I was like, yo, I'm from Miami. Like, I paid for his course, and then I told him, like, yo, I'm in Miami. So, like, we linked up, and then pretty much from there, we hit it off. And then we, like, once we met in person, we're like, oh, crap, we went to high school together. Like, we weren't friends with each other, but we went to the same high school, like, more or less the same time. I think he's, like, 2 years younger than me. But we were still, like, in the car scene. So, like, I knew of him. I just didn't know him. So I mean, it's pretty wild. That was back in like 2014, and then once like I met up with him, we just like it's been fire since then. Like he's honestly more than a mentor. Like on the charts and off the charts, he's like he pushes me to like be on point and be disciplined. Because like if it wasn't for him, I definitely wouldn't be here like doing everything I'm doing.
What was the beginning of trading like for you? Like once you actually got started, you got the education. What was like those first few weeks of actually taking trades like? Was it hard? Was it easy? How was it?
So you want me to give you like the very beginning or like the beginning of like when I started?
Man,
like
I want to hear
trading?
about it all because sometimes us as new beginner and development traders, we feel like we're alone. When we're going through a low moment or we're losing or we're putting a lot of money in, we feel like, man, it's just not working for me. The market's against me. So how was your beginning process?
Right, so there was a point where I literally thought that too. It was a point where I was losing so much, not to get off topic, but just to go back off of what you said.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
I was losing so much. I was like, yo, the market's against me. If I'm a buy, I'm going to just sell because if I lose every trade, if I just do the opposite of what I want to do, it's going to play out.
Yeah.
I never did it, but I had that mindset. That's how bad it was. But pretty much, I'm not going to lie. So back like when I was like 14, 15, there was some guy, I got to give the credit to him, Timothy Stikes. I'm not sure if you know.
I think I've seen him run like ads on YouTube or
Yeah,
something.
he run ads, penny stocks. Penny stocks.
Yeah, there we go.
Always trading on the laptop on like a hotel or something. I saw that. I'm like, crap, I want that freedom. I want to be a trader. So like when I was 14, like back in middle school, high school, I saw that. I'm like, crap, I want to be a trader. But you know how like life is and stuff. Like you see something, you want it, but like you get hit with reality and like school and work and all that crap. So I forgot about that, and then I started going to aviation school to like work for a mechanic job. And funny enough, the person sitting next to me, like a few seats next to me, his name is David. I got to give all the credit to David for if not, I wouldn't be here.
Shout out David. What's up?
David's the boy. David was trading Forex. And I was like, yo, like, put me on. What are you doing? And then he took someone's course that's like very big in the industry. And I was like, yo, like, you got to put me on. I think it was like $700. So I gave him half of that.
Mhm.
And then I started studying that course. And that's like how I got into Forex. So pretty much I was going to school. The person next to me was trading. And I was like, yo, you got to put me on. And I paid half the money that he paid for the course.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was pretty much the first course that I took. I wasn't taking trading serious. So like, you know, like, I feel like, you know, maybe you could back me off this.
Mhm.
Like, people say, like, how long does it take you to be profitable? And for example, it took me like 3 years to be consistently profitable, but the first year I wasn't taking it serious. Like, I would not study how I was supposed to, not like literally, I literally just not study how I was supposed to, not taking it as serious. So when people say it takes you like this long to be profitable, it's not really that it takes you that long. It's like, how long did it really take you to be profitable once you're like taking the craft serious? Like,
When you actually started trading that first year, you said you wasn't taking it serious, right? What did that look like? Is it just any lot size? Oh, I feel like making this amount today. I'm going to take this lot size. Was it a lot of blown accounts? Was it funding? Like, what was it looking like?
okay, so funding, that was back in like 2017, 2018. So funding wasn't just around yet.
Okay.
So or if it was, I really didn't know about it.
Mm-hmm.
So funny enough, the person that I bought the course off of, his friend was selling signals, which was someone very big. I just like don't want to say their names.
Mm-hmm.
But so before I even, this is what I mean by not taking it serious. I was like, yo, I'm gonna just start taking signals and not even study the course. So I was depositing money. I literally did not even know how to place the trade or like how to place a stop loss. So I bought the signals. I was destroying money on the signals. I didn't know how to take the trades, and I probably deposited like a few $100. So it was probably like $200 at the time, and then I would blow that, deposit more, blow that. If I would get financial aid check, like $2,000-$3,000, so I deposit that, blow that. Income tax, deposit that, blow that.
Wow.
And it was like that process for a while. It was just like blowing. I would see profits. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I would see profits, but it's not consistently profitable. Like, you make $1,000. I remember there was one time, I can't make this up. I was up $1,000 in profit in class, and just to show my boy, because like, you know, when you start trading, everyone starts doubting you. So I was like, yo, I'm up $1,000, bro. But I was up $1,000, like closed for that's okay. So I closed $1,000 for the day, but in open trades, I was negative like 1,200. I didn't like just stuff like that. Like, not it was like that for a while, just seeing profits, blowing them. And I think it had to do a lot with the strategy, like not having the right strategy, and definitely psychology.
So you talked about not having the right strategy. A lot of traders like myself, you know, we get to points, and I'm totally guilty of it, but we get to these points on the journey where we feel like, yeah, you know, in the beginning I thought this strategy was so good, but you know, it doesn't really fit me. Or we feel like, man, like I just feel like every time I get in, the market reverses, or every time I get out, then it goes my way, right? Or I'm just sitting in drawdown all the time every time I get in the trade, and it takes hours and hours for it to go my way, right? Whatever the situation may be. When you got to the point where you started to realize, okay, maybe this first way of trading isn't for me, what made you finally make the change that you needed to make?
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with you. I never once probably thought like this strategy isn't for me. I just like jumped from strategy to strategy, trying to like find like yo, if this guy's making profits, like yo, let me just try to get as much information as possible. But not once was I like, oh, like this doesn't work, because I was like, yo, like maybe you know what I mean? Like it didn't cross my mind that it doesn't work for me. I was like, yo, like I just need to, maybe I'm missing something. So I just kept like buying. I'm not gonna lie, I probably bought, not to exaggerate, like low ballpark, if anything, I probably bought like 4 or 5 like online courses, and then in person, horrible. I'm not even gonna mention that name. Like, no one would even know him either way. But that was the worst 5-day class I took in person, and horrible as well. Shout out to Alex. Like, Alex definitely helped me out. But before that, and so I don't really trade the same as Alex, like you guys see. But I pretty much took everything that I've learned and I came up with my own strategy. But before Alex, and like before coming up with my own strategy, like everything was not good.
Yeah.
Not
Wow. Yeah. So I'm like you too. Like, I have invested in a lot of different courses. I am definitely guilty of strategy hopping, because I just felt like I got to find something that works for me, right? So, okay. So when did you make the decision that Jordan needs to be serious about this? When did you have that moment where you're looking at yourself, you're like, yo, this ain't working. I really need to do this. There's potential here. Like, when did you really make a decision to make that change?
Okay, so that's a good question. So to be honest, I started back like late 2017, early 2018. So I started trading for those 2 years. It's at the end of 2 years, I was somewhat profitable, and then like somewhat profitable, not consistently profitable. 3 years, I was consistently profitable. But when things got serious and I was like, yo, like I need to take this serious, I was working at the aviation job in the airport. And this was back around right before COVID started. So this is literally like 2020. And I just got funded with FTMO back in 2020. That was like the first time I literally got funded. And then I ended up blowing that account. But I was still like somewhat profitable. I was like, yo, like this is serious. If I would have just like, I did the math. I'm like, yo, if I would have just been on point, I could have made more money that I'm making here a month. And that's when COVID started spiking up. So this is when things got serious. I'm telling you, this is God right here, because like what I'm about to say, I can't make this up. So you know how when COVID started, like people were like, if you had COVID, it was serious. Like you couldn't go to work. So I used to work at a company that had 194 employees.
Wow.
And literally 194 employees, and no one had COVID yet. But we were hearing about COVID and everyone was super scared. And the precaution was, if you have been near someone that had COVID, or if you've been in contact with someone that had COVID, you couldn't go to work for like 2 weeks or until you've been clean. So I was like, man, it would be clutch if I got COVID so I could just stay home and not and just focus on my trading. Bro, I can't make this up. Literally, I was the first person out of 194 people to get COVID, and then I stayed home, and I honestly didn't take advantage of the time either. I was eating crap. But for the 2 weeks I stayed home, funny enough, like the third, like 3 weeks in, they ended up firing me. They laid off, like out of 194 people, they laid off like 150 people. But the good thing is, this is when I had to take it serious, because they laid me off around June, but they had to keep paying us to around the end of the year. I think it was like November or October. So they had to keep paying us while I was at home, because you know how like the company's got like those
like the stimulus.
Yeah, those crazy things.
Yeah, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Those packages.
The packages. So they had to keep paying me my salary while I was at home. So that's when I had to take it serious. I was like, yo, like, and I still didn't take it serious because I was getting paid at home. And that's what messed me up, because I was like, yo, I'm at home. I don't need to do shit.
Yeah.
And then I'm sorry for the cursing.
No. Express yourself.
So I was like, yo, now this is when it got serious, when they stopped paying me, because I didn't have no income coming in.
You felt it.
Yeah, definitely felt it. That like things got, it's hard, because like when you're like the man, we gotta like provide and stuff. And even though I was like still living with my parents and stuff, but I had a girlfriend, and like she felt it too, because I used to take her out and stuff, and then I got like super broke, and I had to start selling myself, because she's like, oh, you gotta get a job. And I told myself, I'm not going back to work. Like they fired me, and I told myself, I'm going to make it work. Like I am not going back to work. So it got to the point where I had to start selling things. Like I sold my Xbox. I sold some shoes. The last thing I sold was a gold chain. That was like the last thing. That's what saved me. And that was like, if it wasn't for, I also sold the gun. I had a gun. I had to sell the gun as well. But that's literally, so it was like a few $1,000s. And then when I sold the chain, that was like about almost $4,000. And then I was able to like, I was like, yo, if it's not this, I'm literally going back to work. So I don't recommend this to anyone out there, but once you have like that, yo, either you do this or that's it, like you're going to do it.
Yeah. My friend AJ, shout out to AJ Simmons. He, I ask him sometimes, I'm like, yo, man, like, you don't get tired of working so hard on your business? And he say, listen, man, I ain't never going back to a job. I'm always working on my business. So yeah, man, that fear is real. You know, that fear is real when you don't like being told what to do, and you don't like doing something that makes you feel unfulfilled. So I can definitely relate with that. So, okay, now let's fast forward to present day. Okay. Because I think what you're doing is very unique. So you went on what, a 18 or like 17 like win streak like recently? Talk to us about that.
Right now, currently, I'm on a 22-week winning streak.
22 week, not trade. 22 weeks.
22 weeks of
consistency.
So no, I'll have negative trades, but I'll be profitable by the end of the week.
By the end of the week, okay. So 22 consecutive weeks in the blue.
Yeah.
Ending off the week in profit.
Yeah, like 100%, no BS.
That is what's up.
Yeah.
That is what's up. So how are you tracking these trades?
So I pretty much in the Signal group. So I
Okay.
have a Signal group, and for example, like I just base it off the percentage of like how everyone is profitable by the end of the week. And honestly, Anthony could attest to this. The percentages would be way higher, but I don't count trades. Like for example, I trade based off sell limits and buy limits. So if I send the trade and it doesn't act, because I trade from 8:30 to 11, if it doesn't activate at 11 and it activates like at 12, it's still a profitable trade, but I don't count it for the week. So I literally count just the trades that activate in my session and that we actually take.
Okay, so you're not even counting trades that may have hit your pending orders outside of your designated trading time.
No, because I tell the people, like, I trade from that time, so I can't do it dirty. So, and there's trades literally since I trade off sell limits that I promise you, man, the strategy is so precise that sometimes it doesn't activate by literally 1 pip, and I still don't count it as a winning trade. So
That's
like
discipline, man.
Yeah, no, it's trying to be transparent because the people will be like, yo, what the hell?
Yeah. So, like, are you using a software like to track your trade, like a TradeZella, or like, do you manually journal? Like, how do you track your progression?
So I just
Or-
send the weekly report pretty much every week.
Oh, okay.
I should. Okay, so on my website, pretty much there I have so I do the weekly report, and then on my website I pretty much put every single day the percentage that was made in that day. So pretty much I have every trade that was taken from now all the way back until March. Pretty much you could see like what every day was in the Signal group.
Oh, and you have that on your website
Yeah, on my website.
where anybody can see it.
Anybody, you can literally see week
Okay.
after week and day after day, the last from March till now.
Okay. Hey, the man got the proof there. If you want to see it, what's your website so they can check it out?
Scalp Trading Lab.
Okay.
.co, not com.
Okay, so scalptradinglab.co.
.co.
Okay, all right, perfect. So, when did you get to the point where this consistency just started to take place? Like, how did you go from this trader that's not taking it seriously to being forced to, I gotta sell stuff, now I gotta trade, to now you just like, it sounds like you know your stuff. Like, you know and know again what you're doing. So, yeah, like, how do you, like, what's different now?
Honestly, the information, like, because I was talking with Anthony now on the way over here. I was saying, so when someone says, for example, like, oh, I'm not profitable, I don't know why I'm profitable. So the first thing that you got to do is like see if you got a strategy that works. Because like if you got a strategy that works, then you know it's you and your psychology. So like that was the main thing first, like not having a strategy that's like it's accurate and that's actually works. So once I got that down, that was like game changer. I just had to work a little bit on the psychology, and then it was game over since then.
Okay, so talk to us about this scalping. You're a scalp trader, right?
So same as you, I get my entries on the lower side. I'm a scalper, but in reality, like I could literally hold my scalp entries for like a swing position because I do like a weekly. I do a top down analysis starting on the weekly all the way down to the M1. So I get my entries on the M1, M5, M15, and then my targets are a little bit longer. So like I'm like a scalper day trader, but maybe I'll hold into a swing maybe later on transition.
Okay, so for those that don't know, what is a scalper?
So pretty much a scalper is like someone that just gets in and out of the market. Maybe you're in the market for max, I'd say probably like an hour, a few minutes pretty much typically.
Okay, so in and out.
In and out the market.
Okay, perfect. Now, explain your approach to the market. Like, how do you view the market? When you come to the computer, what are you looking for? What are you doing to get this 22 weeks in the blue?
Gotcha. You want me to explain it to you like step by step?
Yeah,
super
man.
clean?
Yeah.
Gotcha. I'm about to drop some heat for you guys
Come
right
on,
now.
come
Like
on,
whoever
come on.
writes notes, I promise you it's a sauce.
Let's go.
So the first thing I do is I sit down, and so I sit down at 8:30. Even though I trade at 9, I sit down at 8:30. That way I could do my analysis, and that way I'm like with a fresh mindset, not trying to chase the move as it's going on. So I sit down 8:30. The first thing I do is I turn on the session-based indicators. I mark my high and low from the previous day, and then I mark the previous high and previous low from 2 previous trading days. And then I start on the weekly time frame. I do my top-down analysis, trying to find like where the market's going on a higher time frame, like what demand, because the market always goes from supply to demand, literally always. So you got to identify if the market's coming from demand to go to supply, or if it's coming from supply to go to demand. And then I just do that starting from the weekly all the way down to the lower time frames. Typically like weekly all the way down to the H1, I can find market direction. And then once I got my direction down, this is where the sauce comes in. So I just come sit down and I see if my previous session, which is pre-New York, if they set me up. So what I mean by this is if pre-New York, for example, I'm going to just say sells. So if I'm looking for sells, if pre-New York gave a push and created an area of supply in pre-New York, and I have multiple time frame confluences, so pretty much what I mean by that is an area of supply on M15, an area of supply on M5, and M1. It could be, as long as it's just more than one time frame in confluence, automatically, without doing anything else, I place my sell limit off that area because it's the previous session that set us up, creating the push. Now, if pre-New York didn't set me up and I have my target set up, then I just wait for New York session to create the area of supply. And then if the time frames are in confluence, send the sell limit right again.
Okay, so when you're identifying those highs and lows in the market,
Okay.
are you using that as areas of support and resistance, or just to kind of gauge where price is and kind of box price into an area?
Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys some sauce. This is bootcamp material. So the
Okay, talk to me.
the highs and lows of days go in confluence with the areas of supply and demand. So for example, if I have an area of supply or demand that multiple time frame confluences, and I have a higher low of day in the same range, that is like an A+ setup for me, and it's a higher probability trade to take. It's like 100%, like almost 100% to take. And the other thing, if there's not an area of supply or demand in confluence with my entry, then I've just noticed that majority of the time price will react off those areas and respect them. So it's like a key area to see if price is going to respect or if it's going to help you with the entry.
So now, when you talk about the previous session setting you up, right? Okay, the previous session is London because you trade New York, right?
So there's a session right from like 6 to 8.
So pre-New York.
Pre-New York, yeah.
Okay, perfect. So pre-New York, you're looking to see an impulse to the upside or downside, correct? So price breaking out, making a move.
Exactly.
And if it comes back and retests the area which it previously broke out of, that's
my entry.
perfect. That
That's
makes
my entry.
sense. That makes sense.
As long as there's multiple time.
All the other confluences are lining up.
Yeah, I'll give you the exact rules. So
Mhm.
if it's an M1 supply that created the push, is if it's M1 in the current session or the previous session, I'll place the sell limit there automatically. If it's a M1 with another time frame, even better. If it's a M15 by itself, I don't place the sell limit or buy limit. I wait for price to touch it, and then I get the entry confirmation after price touches it. But if it's an M15 with the M5 or M1 or an M15 with a low or a high of day, then I'll take the trade from there.
Okay. So you trade every day, Monday through Friday.
I sit down to analyze every day, but not
Okay.
trade every day.
I like that answer.
Yeah.
I like that answer. You let people know, look, I'm not in the market. There's not always a setup. I like that.
Facts.
Okay, perfect. On average, how many days of the week do you actually see a setup? On average.
I average anywhere from 2 to 4 times a week.
That makes sense. Okay. What's been your biggest trading day?
My biggest trading day, probably not too crazy. I'm not gonna lie, probably like in the $18,000.
Bro, that's amazing.
Yeah, but when you compare it to everyone else, it's like
yeah, but we're not comparing. Like, we just talk about Jordan that went from working a job that he was praying he get COVID from to like being inconsistent to being consistent and making 17,000, 18,000 in a day. Like, that's amazing, bro.
But honestly, like I'm very disciplined. I'm pretty sure I can make more money. I just don't like I don't overtrade. And honestly, the swing, if I hold one of my positions, I know that for sure will change the game.
What's going to make you elevate to really pushing yourself and seeing how much you can really pull off? Like, if you put it all into it, like, what do you think is that switch that needs to go on, like, for you to get to that point?
Honestly, okay, so I was talking to my student Anthony. I was telling him on the way over here that I want to do, apart from that, I want to do like a challenge, something like Alex, but a little bit not as crazy. So I want to do, not as crazy, man, not as crazy. Something,
Alex went in, man.
Yeah, I'm not sure yet if I want to deposit 500 or maybe like a few thousand and like really work it. Like, so my strategy, like, it works. I know I could take a losing trade, but I'm not going to take 4 or 5 losing trades. So I figure if I risk 20% per trade, I know I could do something crazy.
Yeah.
As long, maybe like not 20% right off the bat, maybe like 15%, 10%. But I know once I get to a nice cushion, I want to do some damage because my students are having crazy results. So I'm like, I got to I got to do something crazy.
Yeah. I hear you, man. I hear you. But I like it, though. Like, I like how you are content with your discipline and how you do things. And, hey, if you do something crazy, of course you're going to put money in the account that you're willing to lose. It won't be money that you're depending on. And, you know, I think a lot of people think these account flips, you know, are ridiculous and they're not real because people are thinking, like, I've tried and I keep failing. How could they do it? But it's a different mentality when you don't need the money.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, like when you can take, like when your life is set and you put $1,000 in and you could care less. You probably spend that $1,000 on gas or insurance on the car. You know what I mean? Like something every day, right? And you're just in it for sport and you don't need it to survive. It's a different mentality from somebody that's trying to come up, that's tired of whatever their circumstances is. And I think that's why it's so hard for people to like rationalize and say like, well, okay, that could be real. You know what I mean? Because they're comparing it to their journey. They're like, well, I'm struggling. I can't do it. You know what I mean? Right. So how can they do it? It's a totally different mindset. You know what I mean? Right. So yeah. Anyway, next thing I want to ask you is this. What has helped you become disciplined? Like you keep mentioning that, like I'm very disciplined. If it, like if my pending order gets activated outside of my time, I'm not counting it. Like you keep alluding to this discipline and how strict you are on that. How did you develop that?
I'm gonna give you an honest answer. I could give you a BS answer and say like, oh, off the charts, the gym and that, but I'm gonna give you the real answer. And I know it's probably not gonna be the best thing for the audience, but it's the like I'm just being honest with you.
Come on.
The signals, because imagine people are depending on you to make money. I'm not gonna send 3 or 4 like crappy trades. I only send a trade that's like a high probability trade, and I would only send a trade that I would want someone to take, if that makes sense. So like honestly, just doing the signals is what keeps me accountable.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's good. Hey man, listen, everybody has to find what works for them. For you, a person that is making money yourself, consistently trading, able to live your life, for you to still have the motivation to want to help people and see people level up, that's good, bro. You know what I mean? Like that speaks to your character. You know what I mean? That speaks to who you are. So yeah, man, like that's dope. That's dope. That's dope. Next question would be, what do you think we can do to get to a place where we have that discipline, we have that consistency, we're following our rules? Like, what do you think new traders, developing traders like myself are missing that's stopping them from just doing the same thing every single day?
Gotcha. So honestly, after a lot of time, I figured like the discipline and like bad psychology is the discipline. So like bad psychology is the discipline. And when you think about discipline, it's just acting on your impulses. So if you could just control yourself from not acting on your impulses, like over leveraging, over trading, like doing the things that you know you shouldn't be doing, taking a trade with no entry confirmation just because you think the price is going to go away and then it reverses right away. Like things like that's how always happened to me when I first started trading.
Yeah.
Literally just not acting on the impulses. I feel like if you could just control yourself, honestly, and it's going to take like off the charts as well. Like you got to be disciplined off the charts. Like you got to be disciplined with yourself. Like if you tell yourself you're going to do something, you got to do it. Like if you, no one has to know. If you just tell yourself like, oh, I'm going to do something at a specific time and you don't do it, it just creates like a snowball effect. You're like, oh, you're not going to take things serious. But if you're just serious with yourself, I feel like it's like the relationship you have with yourself is different because you respect yourself more, if that makes sense. So I feel like, and it becomes easier if you could be disciplined and respect yourself off the charts, then in the charts it's going to be easier. Because if you're practicing discipline, it's like anything. Once you practice something, it becomes easier. So I feel like if you just practice it off the charts, like maybe going to like a set schedule with the gym, or like a set schedule of watching a certain amount of time of TV. I know a lot of guys play video games, a set amount of time playing video games. I feel like that if you could be disciplined with the amount of time you're going to play video games, you could definitely be disciplined on trading, I feel like.
Definitely. Yeah. But it's easier said than done.
Yeah,
like,
no,
it really
100%.
is.
Yeah,
it's easier said than done. And it is a journey to that. You know what I mean? Do you have any psychology books or trading books that you've read that have helped you?
I'm not going to lie. Okay, so I always give the credit where it's due. Psychology is something that helped me. So I speak Spanish as well. One of my good friends as well, Sebastian, maybe on Multi.
No, I don't. I haven't had the pleasure.
Sensei, Alex's friend, he's bald.
I haven't had the pleasure of meeting him.
We got to get him. So he's Dominican.
Okay.
Super big on psychology. So he has some videos on YouTube. And when I saw that just clicked for me. So pretty much what he says is, he's breaking it down. He's like the market, there's no reason like to chase price or not follow your trading plan or not enter when you're supposed to. because there's always going to be another setup. Like, for example, like the train station, there's always going to be another train coming. So you don't need to jump on the train. You just wait for the next setup, the next train, and that's it. Like, and if you could wait, so another big thing is we don't let our take profits hit, we let our stop loss hit. So like, if you could let your stop loss hit, why can't you let your take profit hit?
Bro, that has been something on my journey that I've had to tell myself. I'm like, yo, you will sit and watch it. You'll be like, yo, I ain't exiting. You either gonna hit my stop loss or take me out. But why don't you do that when you're going to profit? Why do you cut your profit short and not do the same thing? Yo, that is really, bro, that's a real thing.
No,
as
it
a
is.
trader.
I feel like everyone.
Yeah, bro, that's a real thing. Okay, that's good stuff. So is there anything that the public doesn't know about Jordan that has contributed to you being successful at trading and being able to come to the market consistently, identify a good setup, and have the probabilities put you in a 22-week profitable, consistent streak? Is there anything that has contributed to where you are now that we don't know?
Honestly, no. Like, I honestly, I give everything that I use to keep me on the winning streak for free on YouTube. So like,
what's your YouTube channel?
Scalp Trading Lab. Scalp
Okay.
Trading Lab.
And you go over your strategy on there as well, right?
Literally for free. Everything exactly for free. So what you pay me for the bootcamp is the same thing I'm a teacher in the YouTube for free. But in the bootcamp, like, it's a little bit different. It's more like hands-on and stuff.
And it's personal.
Yeah,
like,
it's
you
more
actually
personal.
build relationships with people.
Yeah. But in the YouTube, I promise you, I don't hold anything back. Like, I could comfortably say what I have in the YouTube and information. Like, if I would have stumbled across that when I first started trading, like, I'd probably have a helicopter right now. Like, I promise you, like, you'll see it too. Like, my students are able to like, it's not just me. The students, like, they just do the step by step that I do. Because the thing is, a lot of people like my students say they teach concepts and they don't teach you like exactly step by step do this. Like, they don't tell you a checklist and tell you, yo, do A, B, C, D, and then you're gonna enter. So that's exactly what I do. I give my students like a PDF, and also in the YouTube, I tell you pretty much the PDF without giving it to you. I tell you guys step by step what to do and when to take the trade, where to take the trade from. So like, it's clear as day. Like I literally don't hold anything back. So I can't say any, like, honestly, there's nothing off the charts that's helping me.
Question that I get all the time is, Calvin, how do you journal your trades? What's the best way to journal? How do you keep track of your results? You can pick you up a pen, piece of paper, a regular journal, or you can do it all digitally, right? You can connect your account to a journal that will automatically track your statistics, let you know what days are your good days, what days are your bad days, what pairs you do best on. It'll give you all of that data to help you streamline your success. If you're looking for a technology tool that can automatically track your trades for you, automatically feed you the real-time data that can help you avoid days that are bad for you and take advantage of those days that are great for you, check out TradeZella. Now, there's a link in the description for TradeZella and a 10% off discount code using the coupon code NewTrader1 that'll get you locked in, and you can automatically start journaling your trades so you can use that data for your advantage. These are just two resources that I want to share with you. And listen, let's jump into the interview. All right, let's go. What do you want your legacy to be? When people think about Jordan and they think about just the insane growth you've had on this trading journey, what do you want your legacy to be when people think about you?
Probably just someone that helps out, like someone that's like, yo, like he's got the sauce. You feel me? Like, yo, thanks to him, I was able to like actually like get the results that I wanted to get. Like I feel like that's good enough for me. Like, just people being able to say that they got where they got because of like the information I give out.
I love it. Love it. So you mentioned that you do give everything out on YouTube, but the boot camp is a little bit more personal, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, in the studio today, we have somebody that took your boot camp that came in all the way from New Jersey. Thanks. And, you know, just wanted to be here, and they just got a big payout and they just wanted to hang out and thank you and all that stuff. So I actually got them to come in the studio. We got Anthony here, head on over here. I actually asked him to come on. What's up, Anthony? You can take a seat right there, bro. So we got Anthony to come in for the interview as well. So Anthony, man, you just had a big payout with the prop firm. How much money did you make?
So I requested a payout for $34,000.
$34,000.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, how long have you been trading?
Oh, legit trading. It's like now, but I've been trading since 2019.
2019.
Yes.
Okay, so we looking at what, about 4 years now?
Yes.
About 4 years trading. What was your results looking like before you got connected with Jordan?
Okay, so again, like I told you, the first trade I ever took, I've deposited $2,000. I didn't know anything about trading, about Forex. I was trying to get information, and I made $20,000. That was the wrong way to go about it. So before that was just a down spiral of me trying to get back to that. I gone back there like couple times, but then I'm like, why am I over leveraging? Why am I over risking? So I ended up going the prop firm route. And again, with the prop firm route, they got rules in place. And I wasn't even following those rules. So I would have bought an account and blow it. Within minutes. And it just got me hurt. Like, then I still was in this gambling mentality, which the odds are, when you gamble, the odds is not in your favor.
Correct.
Versus trading, when you actually trade, you're basically making your own odds. And it's basically, you're the house. So basically before Jordan, I took these courses, big people like in the industry courses. Like I said, they only teach concepts. And again, I understand that like, oh, the Fibonacci, the support and resist, all this other stuff. And I'm like, overlord. And then I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Then I took other courses as well, try to buy signal. And then I'm like, why the signal is different than the actual, like they'll say, oh, enter now. And they say TP3 hit. And I'm like, you didn't even give me a chance to buy or sell.
Yeah.
So again, it was just going downhill from there.
So you were experiencing what the typical new trader experiences.
Exactly.
All the emotions, you know, the things me and Jordan talk about, feeling like the market is against you, all of that stuff.
Well, that's the thing. I never thought the market was against me.
Oh, okay. So you were just like optimistic.
Exactly.
You know, every time.
Because that's the reason why I gave it another chance. Like thinking, I'm going to change. And every purchase, I'm going to change. But again, I go back to the same routine and don't change. And then the next purchase, I'm going to change because I blew it in one day, or I didn't give the opportunity a chance. I never gave myself a chance by, let's see what happens in 22 days. Why am I blowing it in one day when they're giving you technically 20 something days to trade? Back then we had a limit. The perfect about prop firm now, since they all competing, there's no time limit. So you don't have, you could take 5 days, you could take 2 months, you could take 3 months to pass account. So like, okay, this just happened recently. So that was just a game changer for me. So again, even though I never gave the chance to, and they just always messed me up by blowing the accounts.
Let me ask you this real quick. As you're throwing money in, fund the challenge, fail. Fund the challenge, fail. Fund the challenge, fail, right? You're, of course, on social media, right?
Yes.
You see other traders, you're failing, but other traders are winning and they're showing account flips and they're showing these payouts and stuff. You're seeing that, right?
Yeah.
And you're still just trying to figure it out. You know, you're losing money. But you never look at them and feel like, oh, they got to be lying. Oh, they got to be faking. You just keep going at it. Why don't you take a negative approach? Why don't you get mad? And why don't you get frustrated? Why do you keep being optimistic that it can work for you?
Because honestly, the freedom it provides. They're always going to say, I wanted the freedom. I wanted to like, this is something that I wanted to do. I wanted to make my own business and my own thing. And I feel like this is a business. Like I said, at first I was looking at those big influencers, buying the car, buying the lifestyle, but I'm not a car guy. I'm not that. Again, I will want to buy one eventually after all my priority are set in stone before I'm well, like, you know what? This is just an icing to the cake.
Yeah.
So basically, like I said, I took courses. I bought EAs. I've done it all because there's no information out there. And like I said, I want to be transparent in everything about this journey. It's just like, I feel in the industry, it's a gray area, meaning you don't know where to trust or who to believe. Because everybody, first they think it's fake. And second, it's like, if you do believe in somehow that one person kind of screwed you over. However, again, through all those trials and error, taking those courses, buying mentorship, buying EA, getting screwed over, failing challenge, I ended up doing one thing. I was like, let me buy a 5-day boot camp with
Invest again.
Let's
go.
and that opened the door. I took Alex's boot camp.
Mm.
I'm like, okay, I dig this how he trades everything, how about high probability trade. He actually gave you a step by step, and I made it into a file. And then I'm like, I knew kind of how he traded, but I never really like went in like more in depth. And then I found somehow Jordan in one of his video. I don't know, it was drunk, like passed out, I don't know. And I'm like, who's this guy? Right? And then I'm like, let me give him a chance.
Yeah.
Since then, I gave him a chance. I bought his Signal at the time. I think you started about 10 months ago, Signals.
March.
So March Signals, I see his result. Like, yo, he legit sell limit and buy limits. Like the price come, pick us up, we go.
You can't fake that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like you can't switch that. You can't say, "Oh, guys, get in now," and then later say, "No, wait." It is what it is.
Exactly.
Nobody can miss a pending order.
Exactly.
I never thought about that till you just said it.
So,
That's a good way to take signals if you're going to take signals. Yeah. If you're telling people, yo, guys, this is where we're setting the limit at this, yo.
That's why I literally try to have the best signal group out there.
Yo, that's really good. Because nobody can say, oh, he told us to get in and then he edited the signal and then he said something else. Like, no, like this is where we're getting in. This is the pending order. You ain't got to do nothing. Set it and go on about your day.
The entry, no lie, will come sometimes an hour before it even happens.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay, continue. I'm sorry.
Like I said, like the signal that he provided, basically, I see results. It's like, it could be 5 minutes. It could be an hour. It could be 2 hours. It'll come get you and it'll go to like instant profit, like legit. No, sometimes you take your L's because it's a game of probability. It legit pick you up straight into profit. It will be like 1 to 2, 1 to 4, whichever, depending on where and higher time frame the market is at the time.
Yeah,
I noticed this particularly higher time frame that I'll take, that I'll hold my 1 to 4 versus my 1 to 2s.
Yeah. So what did the boot camp do for you?
So again, now, like I seen he offer a boot camp. I wasn't there when I saw his first boot camp. I was like, yo, I seen it. I was looking at his YouTube. I have questions. Again, I can't ask questions to YouTube. So I was like, he offered the boot camp. I was like, yo, I'll put him buy and it's not letting me because he said it's coming out in a week or like in a couple of days, a couple hours. And I'm like hitting buy and like, it's not there. It's not ready yet. Eventually I got to buy and I'm like, did I bought it twice? So I ended up buying once, thank God.
He was ready.
Even though I feel like his boot camp, he's underpricing it, undercutting it for everybody. Again, with the knowledge and skills that he's giving, it's like ridiculous.
Yeah. Wow.
But again, before the boot camp, I was seeing some profit, but it wasn't consistent profit. It wasn't like I had the big payouts, but again, it wasn't where I want. I've been blowing funded account. After the boot camp, as you noticed, basically what happened with one of the prop firm, I had a pending payment with them about like $40,000.
$40,000
exactly
with my Forex funds right before they shut down.
Exactly.
So everything literally changed for you.
Exactly. Right after, like probably like a month or two. Well, actually, I took it in June, July. So right in July was the payment. So legit a month after. Basically, and then September 1st. Then I'm like, why is my website like legit a week? I was waiting for a couple days for payout, and and it just shut down.
Wow.
And then
so you submitted it.
No, like I said, no, I couldn't even submit the payment. Like, like it just like the website.
You just had the balance there at the time.
Exactly.
And then boom, they shut down.
Exactly. Wow. So it's like instead of getting them in my bag, I'm like, okay, I passed my challenge. And now I'm seeing that one time I didn't see consistency, like passing phase 1, passing phase 2. And already in the third process, getting funded. Then in September, October, I bought another prop firm because I'm not gonna sit down. There's many prop firm out there. Yep. So if one that company was number 1. So I thought was number 1 in the list gonna. Yeah. So I trusted it again. So, when it went sideways. Yeah. So I went with another prop firm. I had one of the like biggest payday I think like $25,000 like in one trade. So and that was and then I brought it up to like 30 something $1,000, right? Again, in like 2 days or 3 days.
These are big numbers, bro.
I mean, I don't think so. Again, it is. I know that it is, but I feel like my greed, like before my greed was greed and is the best of everybody because
Yeah.
one is good enough. Never, you don't feel satisfied with what you make. You want more. Like I said, I made $20,000 and I didn't think that was enough, and I kept going like over trading. And they're like, nope. The bank, like the market's like, here, keep winning, and then like take it all back. So again, that's what happened with the one that I was having. I needed to wait like 3 days to get that $33,000. I didn't wait for it. I blew it. Again, 3 days. And then I was like, you know what? Let me go try another prop firm. Again, I'm not saying it's a prop firm. It's my fault. It's like I said, every time it's my fault.
Yeah.
Now we're here in December. December 22, I bought my challenge December 1st.
Wow.
Well, no, not December 1st. November. Like around November, I had to pass phase 1, phase 2. So December 1st was my actual funded account live.
Okay.
I took first 3 trades, making a $15,000. The first one was a $15,000 trade. The second one was another 15, and then it was like the other one was like $5,000. So you know what? This is good enough. The holiday is coming. Christmas. I'm gonna give out of all my losses that I never get. I'm gonna give my kids a good Christmas gift. So
That's
now,
amazing.
and then like I said, before I 2 weeks ago, I left my job. I quit my job. I'm like a full-time trader.
Let's go.
So with this pending payout, I'm gonna set all my bills back to zero.
Yeah.
And I want to have a little bit more in my pocket. But again, it's all for just so I can trade risk free, like just trade for the passion, no pressure, the passion for it. Again, this is just on one of my prop firm. I told you, I got 2 other one on phase 2. So just once I get
capital coming
exactly risk the same percentage, more capital, just
I love
whatever I mirror in this account is going to mirror all throughout. So if you see I had a $10,000 payday, $20,000 payday, you could do the math.
I love it. So,
out.
bro, like, here's what I love about this, right? This is amazing. You'll be surprised. Like, I hear it from traders that are struggling. And a lot of times they get confused. They lose the passion. They lose the motivation. And they start blaming. And they get upset. And because they're not successful, they get mad at the people that show their success. They get mad at the people that show the cars or the jewelry. And they get upset. But, like, you're totally different. You just kept going. Yeah. You're still looking, but you just kept going like, yo, I'm going to get mine. I'm going to get mine. You used everything as motivation. Yeah. And it didn't matter to you. Like you said, like some people could be faking and some people, but it doesn't matter. You're going to continue to go because you know what you can do. Yes. You know what's possible. And now you're making the type of money that these people are making. $30K payout coming.
Pull it up.
Yeah. Oh, listen. And also send me your certificate when they send it to you. And then I'll add that to this video. Because I love this. You are proof. A lot of times I get people saying, hey, Calvin, you interviewed this person, but can you really make that amount of money? Is that really real? And I'm just like, yo, anything is possible, but you got to believe it. If somebody has to pull out their phone and show you their bank account in order for you to believe, then you're probably not going to be successful. Because nobody's going to be there in life to hold your hand and say, this is everything I did. You can do the same. Nobody's going to do that in life. Nobody's going to do that. You got to look at something and say, man, I can do this. When I started this podcast, I knew that I can make a podcast that can help a lot of people. Nobody had to show me how to do it. I just believed I can do it, and I started doing it. And I want traders to know that, man. There it is. Sheesh, $34,127.38.
And plus I get my refund back.
And you get your refund back.
You got the one from my Forex?
$30K, bro.
I didn't take it. Like I said, I was like,
when you get your certificate, send it to me. Okay. For all the people that, where's the proof? We're going to give it to you. But I'm just telling y'all right now as somebody that everything in my life, nothing was given to me. I had to figure it out. Nobody had to show me nothing. Once I saw one person say, oh, I trade currencies, and from this, I've been able to buy my mom a house, do all this. When my first mentor, I didn't even know the man. When I heard him say that, I didn't care if he was lying or not. He was opening my eyes to something I didn't know about. That's all I needed. Point me in the right direction. You can be lying all day, but Calvin is determined. Calvin gonna go get it. You know what I mean? And I feel like we need more people like you. That's just like, yo, just show me it's possible. Just tell me it's possible. I'll pick the ball up and I'll run with it from there. That's amazing, bro. You are my type of person, bro.
Like I said,
that's what I'm talking about.
Maybe,
bro.
like I said, maybe where I came from, like I said, I came from not so good neighborhood. I went to the military, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I experienced a lot of stuff, and I'm like, I always plan for the worst. Like anything, like I said, anything that comes extra is a plus in my life. So,
bro.
Now me blowing these accounts, it's like, okay, it's just me being dumb until I changed that, until I did that switch, and actually give thanks to Jordan here because he taught me it's possible.
This is amazing, man. You are an awesome Jordan. So this is that legacy you talked about.
You see why I had to fly him out, right?
Yeah. Like this is that legacy right here, bro. Like this is what people are going to like when they hear your name. They don't even got to see you. You don't even got to be around. It's like, yo, that's that guy that helped Anthony get that $30K payout, or that's that guy that changed the game for Marco. Is it?
Yeah, Marco.
Marco, yeah, like that. That's the guy that assisted them. Like, bro, that is legacy there. Like, that's the type of stuff I'm on. Like, I want people, like, you know what I mean? Like, people be like, yo, like, that podcast, man, that thing motivated me to stay consistent. That thing motivated, like, Calvin, man. That's what, bro, that's amazing. How does that make you feel, bro?
I'm not gonna lie, so I had like a lot of stuff going on, like outside of life. So like
I know
it doesn't really hit me until like I fly him out. I'm like, oh.
Now, like, you've learned from him, and now you're coming to Miami. You guys are linking up, and you're building a personal relationship. How does that feel?
Actually, like I said, I've been reaching out to him for a while, like after the class, like trying to get information, but actually meeting him in person. Like I told him, I'm very grateful. Like I said, usually people take stuff away. Like my buddy and I basically gave something to him. Like I said, like I feel like his boot camp wasn't, like I said, is underpriced. So, and I saw what he did to the next boot camp. He gave a couple laptops out to people that didn't that
you
needed
did that?
Yeah, I had some students on the phone on the boot camp. I was like, bro, you guys need some laptops. So
you went and brought laptops for them?
Like I bought laptops and I shipped them out to them.
And you what?
Yeah.
Bro, here's what I'm seeing here. You're paying it forward, bro.
Yeah.
The same thing, like the same embrace that Alex gave you, you're taking that with the people that you're leading as well.
I try.
Man, you doing it, bro. Yo, okay. So before we get out of here, bro, if there's a trader right now that is struggling, and we kind of talked about this in the beginning when we set the tone for the interview, but if there's a trader that's struggling right now and they're like, man, I just need this to work. I just need this to work. I'm frustrated. I'm angry. Life is trash right now. I need this skill set to work. What would you tell them, Jordan? Because you're doing it, bro.
Number one, I mean, I'm gonna be kind of biased, but I definitely recommend, like, you don't gotta, like, check out my YouTube, and you don't gotta pay for a course or anything. Like, if you just check out my YouTube, you see the information that's there, I can guarantee it's gonna help you out. Like, everything that you need to be profitable, technical wise, I give it to you for free. Now you just gotta work on the psychology. So once, literally, if I give you what you need for free, then you know it's on you. You just gotta practice your discipline and don't give up. Like, just study what I'm giving you for free, apply it for a month or two, and see if you see results. And then if you want to give up, then try something that's being given to you that's actually like results. 34K. Yesterday, another one of my students, literally #1 FTMO trader for the month of September. So like, I mean, and honestly, I really don't like you said, I don't really go through my messages, but I'm pretty sure if I was to go through my messages, like actually clean them out, I'm pretty sure I got some students with some crazy results.
Amen, bro. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, let us know where we can follow you both. We'll start with Anthony.
Well, my Instagram is Anthony.Snipes, so that's gonna be like my name for like from here on, Anthony Snipes. Because he's creating snipers in the markets right now.
Yeah. Hey guys, look out too, because I know that he's gonna be doing an interview with that prop firm soon. So be looking out for his interview on that payout. Like I know it's coming soon. I already know they're gonna hit you up. If they hit me up with my little payout, I know they're gonna hit you up. And yeah, Jordan, where can we follow you?
FX.JordanG.
Okay. And on YouTube again?
Scalp Trading Lab.
Scalp Trading Lab. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another Grand Slamming episode of the Forex Beginner Podcast with my man Jordan. Jordan, would it be okay if I pray for you before we get out of here?
Yeah, I would appreciate that.
I'm going to pray for Jordan, and I want you to agree with me on what I'm praying. All right? Hold your hand, brother. Father God, in the name of Jesus, Lord, I just want to thank you for your goodness. I want to thank you for Anthony. I want to thank you for my brother Jordan here. And Lord, right now, I just ask for you to touch Jordan's body, Lord. I just ask for you to give him everything and then some. Align his body, Lord, to line up with your will, God. And your will is for us to be whole. Your will is for us to be whole and to be true and to be of you, God. And I just believe that your power is sufficient for Jordan's situation. And I know that you can work miracles, and I know that you will work a miracle. Give him the strength to keep pushing. Give him the determination to keep impacting lives, and just give him the endurance to just keep running the race. Even when it gets tough, give him the endurance to keep running the race each and every day, because he's inspiring all of us. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you, man.
No, I appreciate
and I mean that from the bottom of my heart, bro. You inspire me, bro.
No, I appreciate that. For
you
real.
inspire me. I wasn't even in Miami this morning, bro. I drove 3.5 hours to be here because I want to sit with you, bro. So thank you, and just keep leading, bro. And, man, I'm looking forward to seeing what 2024, the impact you going to have, bro. Because it's going to be bigger than trading, bro. I already know. It's going to be bigger. You're going to inspire some people that feel like their life is nothing. You're going to inspire them to get up and start making some things happen. So thank you for that, brother.
No, I appreciate you for having me on, man.
Absolutely, bro. You already know. Ladies and gentlemen, this is another episode of Forex Beginner Podcast. I look forward to running into you at the bank one day, but you cannot meet just me there. You got to meet Jordan and Anthony there. Anthony got a big payout coming, y'all, so he going to be at the bank. But like I always say, don't meet us at the bank. You got to beat us there. And when we pull up to the bank, you should already be walking out with a duffel bag on your shoulder, big smile on your face. That's the way of saying we believe that we all going to be successful. Till next time, stay happy, stay joyful, and God bless you. Till next time, peace out.